So can you just start off by talking about the deaths and injuries?
Well, at about 5:30 this morning, we had a report of a crash here, just a few hundred yards west of the 5th Street exit in the eastbound lanes of I-64. And what our investigators have determined so far is it appears that a westbound passenger car that was traveling at a high rate of speed lost control in the curve, basically under the 5th Street overpass, spun around several times, came over the cable barriers, potentially was airborne those cable barriers, and collided with an eastbound pickup truck. The passenger vehicle was essentially torn in half. The driver of that vehicle was pronounced dead here at the scene. The pickup truck rolled at least once, and that driver, although shaken, did not appear to be seriously injured, was transported to the hospital for a medical check, but otherwise does not appear to have any serious injuries.
Minor injuries, or just kind of like a typical checkup process?
Shaken up is how it was described to me.
And you said spun around in the westbound lane several times?
That's our indication, yeah, at least once.
Do you know if there was any other cause at this point other than speed? Like if
it appears that speed is the primary factor at this point, but of course, we'll take the body will be examined and toxicology done to see if there's any impairment. There's not appear to be, and based on our investigation, we don't think that there is any indication of that at this point.
Can you release the gender of each person?
I believe it's a female driver in the pickup truck, and the deceased is a male. We're in the process of making notifications.
Do you have ages?
I don't.
Does it appear as if the car came in and the truck just slammed into the back of it, and that's what did so much damage to that car?
I think it was a lateral impact, and basically tore the passenger car in half laterally.
And I mean, obviously any wreck, especially fatal, is horrible, but we were all just kind of shocked by the damage and how bad this was. Was this one of the worst ones you've seen?
Well, certainly the damage to the passenger vehicle was extensive, and that's something that we don't see all the time, and particularly with essentially two passenger vehicles colliding.
Can you talk about the importance of taking your time in an accident or a wreck like this? You shut down the interstate, and some people might view that as an inconvenience, but it's really important to your process, isn't it?
It is, and in fact, this is a crime scene, and we need to determine the cause of the crash, contributing factors, those sorts of things, and if there's any criminal liability to be affixed. And sort of not unlike any other crime scene, we do it very methodically and produce a document at the end of the day that a prosecutor can look at or a court can look at and have some sense of what happened here.
Can you talk about, we've been seeing some people rubberneck and kind of, paid, obviously this is going to be shut down for a little while. The importance of when an accident like this happens, not contributing to another accident?
And that's unfortunately what we have happen in many instances, is there are other vehicles that are involved at other locations in the chain of events, and so it's important just to keep on driving and use caution when you approach the emergency scene.
Is the traffic update kind of still the same situations? It's going to be possibly a couple hours?
I think this eastbound lane should be opened within probably the next 45 minutes. We'll take some measurements on the westbound lane, so I'm hoping within the next hour to hour and 15 minutes we should have everything cleared up here.
Is this an area where you particularly see speeding being an issue, or just the fact that it's a bend?
Well, speeding on this interstate is an issue, and motorists need to be reminded that the speed limit from the Kentucky state line to the 29th Street exit on I-64 is 65 miles an hour. It's that way for a reason. The month of June is actually speed enforcement month, so we'll be paying some attention up here and trying to get drivers to slow down. But the best way, we know the cause of accidents on the interstate primarily are speed, following too closely, and certainly nowadays distracted driving. So all those are an issue, and people need to be cognizant of that. Wear your seatbelt, take all those measures, and be safe.
And it didn't cause any other kind of subsequent minor accidents or anything?
Not that we're aware of. As we shut down the westbound lanes, we're starting to have some problems back east of the exit. We'll have to address those. But it's just people coming too fast and not being aware that there's something going on down here.
Do you know where the drivers are from?
The deceased is from Kentucky, and I don't know about the pickup truck.
Any indication indication where they were heading?
We know that, but it'll be a matter of making sure we get the notification.
Anything else? Anything else we missed? Thank you. We appreciate it.